Hello students of class 8 and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do your chapter 1 Let's Revise of your superb English grammar book, question number 1 to 6. Starting with question number 1, fill in the blanks with suitable gerunds, infinitives or participles. Now to revise or refresh your memory, let us understand what a gerund is. A gerund is the noun form of the verb that ends in ing. Example, playing, dancing, eating. Gerund is a verb in its present participle form. That means the root form of the verb plus ing that acts as a noun in a sentence. Next, what are infinitives? Infinitives are a special form of verbs that can be used as a noun, adjective or adverb. It is usually preceded. Preceded means before the word we put by the word to. Infinitive is formed by to plus the verb. Example, to eat, to walk, to run, etc. Next, what are participles? A participle is a word derived from a verb that can be used as an adjective or to form certain verb tenses. The word participle comes from the Latin word participium, meaning sharing or participation. There are two main types of participles: past participle and passive voice constructions. What are past participles? They are the words which end in ed, en, n, ne. They are used for perfect tenses and passive voice construction. Now coming over to the exercise, Shweta enjoys dash watch comedy serials. The answer will be Shweta enjoys watching comedy serials. Now here watching is a gerund in its present participle form. That means the root form of the verb plus ing. That means which is the root form of the verb is watch plus ing. That is acting as a noun in the sentence. Next, number 2. He wants to dash migrate to Canada. Now, migrate. What does the meaning of migrate? Migrate means to move. Now, your base form of the verb is migrate. Now, gerund verb form ends in ing and is used as a noun. Infinitive base form of a verb preceded by to. Therefore, we use to migrate. Next, number 3. Isha is very clever at dash make excuses. Here we used making as a gerund. Rules to use gerund states only gerunds are used after preposition. Which is the preposition over here? At. So after the preposition we use gerunds as according to the rule for gerunds. Now rules to use gerund states only gerunds are used after prepositions. Only one exception is the preposition but. Here at is the preposition. When but is used as a preposition, it means the same thing as except. That is, it needs to be followed by an infinitive. Now number 4. Giving is better than receiving. Give and receive become giving and receiving. Your giving and receiving are gerunds acting like a noun, not a present participle, as it's not acting like a verb or adjective. Example, I like giving, present participle. Number 5. He is a man dash respect by all. He is a man respected by all. Respected is past participle of respect verb. Next, number 6. Dash bark dogs seldom bite. Barking dogs seldom bite. Here barking is a participle. Why? Because note, in barking ing form is used as an adjective and modifies the noun dogs. Is human. It will be to is human. It will be used as an infinitive as we add a to the base verb Here erring is a gerund, a form of the verb ending in ing and has the force of a noun and a verb. Number 8. Why do you keep on dash argue question mark? The answer will be why do you keep on arguing? Here arguing is used as a gerund. It's a verb in its ing form that functions as a noun that names an activity rather than a person or thing. So children, I hope you understood where and why we are using infinitives, gerunds and participle with this explanation of question number 1. Now coming over to question number 2, fill in the blanks with suitable modals. Now what are modals? Modals are the verbs which show possibility, intent, ability or necessity. They are a type of auxiliary verb. What are auxiliary verbs? They are also called helping verbs. Auxiliary verb is used with a main verb to form a verb phrase. Modal verbs are always followed by the other verb in the infinitive form. Now coming over to your exercise number 1. May I use your umbrella? Why have we used the modal may over here? Because may is used when we ask for permission formally, also used to express a wish or to indicate a strong possibility. Number 2. Dash you lift this bag? Question mark. Can you lift this bag? Can usually expresses potential or ability, also used to indicate permission. Number 3. Perhaps we dash go to Leh next year. Perhaps we could go to Leh next year. Why could? Because could suggests a weak possibility in the future. Next year is in the future. That is why could suggests a weak possibility in the future. Number 4. You dash to pay your debts. Now here you might be confused between whether you have to use you have or you ought to. Now very important thing to understand is verbs like be, have and do are often referred to as primary auxiliaries. They have a grammatical function in a sentence. Verbs like can, could, may, might, shall, should, must, will, would, ought are called modal auxiliaries or modals. They express moral obligation, permission, possibility, etc. Therefore, you ought to pay your debts. That means it is a moral obligation for you to pay your debts. That is why we use ought to. Next, number 5. He dash speak a bit of French once, but now he has forgotten it. Now he could. Why could? Because could is used as the past tense of can in indirect speech. It is used to indicate ability in the past. Number 6. We are not sure. We dash go for a night show. We might go for a night show. Might is used as the past equivalent of may. It suggests a weak possibility. Now number 3. Join the following pairs of sentences according to the instructions given in the brackets. Number 1. She supports the family financially. She keeps them united. Join using conjunctions. Conjunctions are joining words which join two pairs of sentences. She not only supports the family financially but also keeps them united. Now thing to note here is not only and but also are used when two actions are referred to. What are the two actions here? She supports the family financially and she keeps them united. These are two actions. What are they being joined by? Conjunctions. Now these two conjunctions not only and but also are used in pairs and therefore they are called correlative conjunctions. What are they called? They are called correlative conjunctions. Next, number 2. He was given less time. He could not finish the test properly. Join using infinitive. Now infinitive starts with base form preceded by to. So he was given less time to finish the test properly. Number 3. You can show your driving license. You can show your voter ID card. Join using conjunctions. Answer will be you can show your driving license or voter ID card. Or is a conjunction that connects two or more choices or possibilities in the positive sense. That means you can either show your driving license or you can show your voter ID card. Both driving license and voter ID card come under possibilities in the positive sense. That is why they are joined by the conjunction or. Next, number 4. We got the news of your promotion. We were thrilled. Join using infinitive. Now, the answer will be we were thrilled to get the news of your promotion. Note, an infinitive is used to show the purpose of an action or to explain why an action is done. What is the action over here? Thrilled. Plus to plus infinitive verb. Thrilled plus to plus get. So we were thrilled to get the news of your promotion. Now question number 4. Categorize the following sentences as simple, complex or compound. Before that, let us refresh your memory as to what are simple sentences, what are complex sentences and what are compound sentences. Now simple sentence consists of just one clause. What is a clause? A clause is a group of words that includes a subject and a verb. What are complex sentences? Complex sentences consist of one independent clause and one or more dependent subordinate clauses. What is an independent clause? It is a clause that can form a complete sentence standing alone, having a subject and a predicate. What is a subordinate clause? Same as independent clause but cannot stand alone as a sentence. They begin with certain words or short phrases called subordinating words or conjunctions. It is typically introduced by a conjunction that forms part of and is dependent on a main clause. Now what is a compound sentence? Sentence which consists of two or more coordinate independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction and, but, for, nor, or, so, yet. Now going over to your exercise, Virat played well is a simple sentence. Why? Because it has only one clause. Virat played well is just a clause. It has a subject. Who is the subject here? Subject is Virat and the verb is well. So it is a simple sentence. Next, number 2. Robin likes singing and Rishu likes dancing. Now this is a compound sentence. Why? Because it has two independent clauses. What are the two independent clauses? Robin likes singing, Rishu likes dancing. And in a compound sentence, we know that a compound sentence consists of two or more coordinating independent clauses which are joined by a coordinating conjunction. So which is the coordinating conjunction over here? And. So it is a compound sentence. Number 3. As I was walking alone in the park, I heard someone. Now this, children, here is a complex sentence. Why? Because it has one independent clause. I heard someone is an independent clause plus a subordinate clause. As I was walking in the park. I heard someone is the independent clause. As I was walking in the park is a subordinate clause. Why? Because it cannot stand alone as a sub-sentence. It belongs or begins with the conjunction as. Now number 4. God made the country and man made the world. Now it is a compound sentence. Compound sentence are those which consist of two or more coordinate or independent clauses. God made the country, one clause. Man made the world, another clause. Both in a compound sentence we know that two independent or coordinate clauses are joined by a conjunction. So here the conjunction used is and it is a coordinating conjunction and it has two independent clauses. God made the country and man made the world. Therefore it is a compound sentence. Next, his courage won him honor. It is a simple sentence. Why? Because it has a subject his and a verb one. So it is a simple sentence. Number 6. Whatever you do, do well. This is a complex sentence. Why? Because it has an independent clause, do well, and a subordinate or a dependent clause, whatever you do. Next, circle the correct option. Panacea or verbose means a remedy for all diseases. Now what is the meaning of panacea? A solution or remedy for all difficulties or diseases. What is the meaning of verbose? Using or expressed in more words than are needed. So the answer will be panacea, means a remedy for all diseases. Number 2. Lot of food was or were distributed among the poor. Now we need to understand where we use was and where we use were. Was and were are the past simple forms of be. If the subject is singular, we use was. Here the subject is singular, food is singular here. But if the subject is plural, we use were. So in this case, lot of food was distributed among the poor. Number 3. Manners reveal or reveals character. Now, we have to see what kind of a noun is manner. Manner is an uncountable noun. Therefore, we use reveal instead of reveals. Next. He is too weak to stand. Now, where do we use the preposition to? And where do we use to? Now to is a preposition and to is an adverb to replace words like excessively, additionally, etc. Number 5. You as well as I are or am responsible for our losses. Now where do we use am and where do we use are? Am is used as first person singular and are is used as first person plural. So we use are. Why? Because first person plural, you and I, that is why it is becomes a plural, you and I, therefore first person plural, so we use are. Number 6, neither this shirt nor those trousers belong or belongs to me. Belong is used for plural nouns, belongs used for singular nouns. Now here we use plural nouns because trousers and shirt, therefore we use belong. Number 7, either he or I am or are to blame. Either he or I am to blame. Why? Same as first person singular, that is why we use either he or I am or to blame. Number 8, one should do once or one's duty. Now let us understand where we use once and where we use once. Once, ONCE once, always has to do with time and answers questions like how many times or when, whereas ONES once is a singular possessive pronoun. Therefore one should do one's duty is the correct answer. Now number 9, their or their room is fairly or rather messy. Now let us understand where we use THERE and where we use THEIR. We use THERE to show at that point or at that place, but we use THEIR, which is the possessive form of third person plural pronoun they. So here it will be their room is. Now let us see whether it will be fairly or rather. Now fairly means favorable adjectives and adverbs like bravely, good, nice, etc. Whereas rather means unfavorable, bad, ugly, messy. So their room is messy, therefore we have to use rather. Their room is fairly, not fairly, rather messy is the answer. Number 10, you look absolute or absolutely fabulous. Now let us understand where we have to use absolute and where we have to use absolutely. Absolute is an adjective and is used to modify a noun or a pronoun. Absolutely is an adverb and is used to modify a verb, adjective or other adverbs. So absolutely is used here because fabulous is a adjective and we are using the adverb to modify the adjective fabulous. Number 11, absence make or makes the heart grow fonder. We use makes when the subject of the sentence is singular. Your subject is heart, which is singular, therefore we use makes. Number 12, that house is my or mine. Now we use mine is used after the word. What is the word? That house is before, so we have to use mine after this. It replaces the noun. The noun here is house, so that house is mine. Now use my before the word. My is always followed by noun. Next, did you understand? My is followed by the noun, but mine, before mine we use the noun. So that house over here, which is a noun, is before, therefore we use mine. Next, change the voice, active voice and passive voice. Active means subject performs the action, passive means subject receives the action. Next, first, who saved the drowning child? Answer will be by whom was the drowning child saved. Now how do we approach passive and active voice sentences? Now the subject pronoun who becomes the object pronoun whom, and since this is an interrogative questioning sentence, who becomes whom. By has to be a preposition which is to be used to form the question word by whom. So by whom was the drowning child saved. Who, the subject pronoun, becomes whom, the object pronoun. Number 2, she will drive the car. Now here she is the subject, drive is verb and car is object. So we will have to start the sentence with the object pronoun. The car will be driven by her. Number 3, have you cleaned your room? Let us first identify which is the subject over here. The subject here is you, which is the verb, cleaned, which is the object, room. So the sentence has to start with the object. But because it is an interrogative question or a sentence, we have to start with another questioning word. So have becomes has. Has your room been cleaned by you? Your is the possessive form of the pronoun you. It is a second person possessive adjective. This means that the word your is always followed by a noun associated with you. Now question number 4. She wrote an article for the school magazine. Subject she, wrote, verb, school magazine is the object. So an article was written by her for the school magazine is your answer. Number 5. He did not kick the ball. Subject is he, kick is the verb, and ball is the object. So the ball was not kicked by him. Number 6. Someone has stolen my purse. My purse has been stolen. But children, you might have a doubt that why are we not saying my purse has been stolen by someone. Now very important rule is when the person who did the action is unknown. Here someone, we do not know whether it is he, her or who. It is someone. We do not know who the person is. So in these cases, when the person who did the action is unknown, then we usually don't include by someone. We just write my purse has been stolen, as this does not add any useful information to the sentence. I hope you found this useful, children. We will do the remaining questions in part 2 of this video. If you want to see more such videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I would be more than glad to help you. Thank you.